Well, guys, all good things must come to an end. I have officially been at Real Brokerage for a little over 2 years, getting close to now 2.5 years, and we have officially adjusted our fees. Now, all of this came as an announcement in the middle of January, so about a month or a month and a half ago. I've been waiting to make this video, though, just so things can kind of simmer down and I can break it all down for you guys. Now, obviously, this video is definitely pertaining to real estate agents, as Real Brokerage is a specific real estate company. But if you're looking to get into real estate in the future, this is certainly knowledge that could help you decide what kind of brokerage you're looking to join when and if you do decide to get licensed in the future. But before we jump into the new fee structure here at Real Brokerage, let's go ahead and talk about a couple of the key aspects that they actually announced alongside this new fee structure. So the first and probably the biggest announcement that they made is Willable Rev Share. Now, if you're a real estate agent and you've followed kind of the real estate industry over the last 5 or 10 years, you've seen real estate brokerages adapt to kind of the virtual reality, the option to not really need a physical brokerage or office to go to. So instead, they're a cloud-based brokerage, similar to eXp Realty, which is my prior brokerage. Revenue share is an opportunity that you can help grow the company, help build the culture, but also because the company is spending far less revenue, they have an opportunity to pay that revenue back to its agents that help grow the company in a source of passive income. Now, the announcement here is that it's willable, meaning me personally right now, I am making a good amount of money through RevShare. A majority of it's passive. Wouldn't say all of it's passive because I am always working to try to build that source of income. But let's say something happened to me today. Something happens to me and now my family is stuck in a bind. However, now the fact that it is willable, I will be able to pass that on to anyone that I so desire. I can actually put it into a trust, adhere that trust to anyone if something ever does happen to me. And just some clarification here, this does not have to only be willable to a licensed agent. It is willable to anyone and everyone that you so desire. Now, the other big announcement, co-sponsoring RevShare. Now, to break that down for you, as we speak, this is a first of its kind, meaning if you were to go to any real estate brokerage that has a similar model, you're only going to be able to be sponsored by one agent, meaning that one agent, and technically whoever attracted them and whoever attracted them, are the only agents that are going to collect RevShare off of you. However, that has now changed here at Real Brokerage. We allow co-sponsoring, meaning not just one, but 2 agents can now sponsor you. For instance, if you have a local agent that's going to be able to help you with production locally, but you also want to build your revenue share platform and that stream of income, you can now actually join a second sponsor that maybe has a little bit more national presence that helps you build your organization or your revenue share stream, as well as that agent locally helping you grow with your production. Now, the quick breakdown of just a single standalone sponsor is that individual can collect up to $4,000 a year on your $12,000 cap. So essentially you're paying Real Brokerage $12,000 a year and your sponsor or direct sponsor is collecting $4,000 of that. Now, if we do a co-sponsor, let's say now you have 2 sponsors, the breakdown is 45, 45, 90, meaning one of your co-sponsored agents will only collect 45% of that 4,000. The other will collect the other 45, and Real Brokerage will keep 10%. Now, the reason why Real Brokerage here obviously is keeping 10% is their thought is they're going to likely be sponsoring more agents and growing even faster, paying out more revenue share, because now you can essentially have 2 people behind you backing you rather than just one. It also helps with Real Brokerage as a whole to stay profitable. Now, the next big announcement is something that I've already been aware of and participating in the state of Texas as a licensed agent. Now, it's going to be coming to multiple other states and eventually all 50 states, but that's joint venture with our title company. Now, how this works, and again, this is still very, very new. Texas and Florida, as we know right now, are the only 2 states that have this as an option, but they are opening up more states essentially every single quarter. Now, I actually got notified the other day that Real Title is being so incredibly profitable that we are going to be having quarterly distributions. Now, what I can tell you is my first distribution essentially paid back my initial investment when it came to purchasing into this joint venture. So I'm going to have 4 distributions in the year of 2023, and all of that is going to be passive income that I only am able to generate simply by using Real's title company. Now again, this is only currently open in 2 states. We are opening up more and more as we continue to grow, but I can see this as a huge opportunity for licensed agents, honestly, to leverage what they would otherwise not even give or have the opportunity to leverage, meaning their title company. Previously, I would just send my deals to a title company and they would do just fine, but there would be no source of passive income that I would be able to generate. We truly have 8 different streams of income here at Real Brokerage for people to generate passive or active income with, and this adds a total of 9 streams of income here. And the last announcement that they made is kind of what's to come here at Real Brokerage. I can tell you that we're going to have universal healthcare. That's going to be coming sometime in 2023. In addition to that, we have made our transition fully over from SkySlope, which is our previous system that we utilize to upload documents and get CDAs and get approval for any kind of closings. We've gone away from that and moved everything within our app and our website. And because of that, we've lost the ability for any kind of signature documents directly within the app itself. So the tech team here at Real Brokerage that was actually acquired a few years ago is innovative and will be creating an entire system within our app and website, allowing us to create anything that we want and send out for signature within our app itself. Now, both of these items have been brought up by agents as far as concerns or as far as, potentially having them as an option down the road. What I love about Real Brokerage, and yes, I may be a little bit biased, it's my second brokerage and likely the only brokerage I will ever work for again. But again, the reason why I love this company, leadership listens to you. The tech team, they listen to you. We're all about culture and helping agents be successful. And by doing so, we're able to have our leadership back us as well as our tech team. So those are the 4 big announcements that Real Brokerage unveiled, again, alongside some additional fee structure that unfortunately has to come with a company that's looking to stay profitable for the long term. But before I do jump into those fees, I do want to go over some aspects of the company that they've made very clear is not changing now and is definitely not changing in the future. And first things first, that is our split, 85-15 with a $12,000 cap. That's been the same cap since I joined and it's never going to change. On top of that, we also have our Elite Agent program. What that essentially means is if you cap and then you do a certain amount of deals, which I'll get here in a second because that part has adjusted. But once you get to that actual threshold of hitting Elite Agent, you are awarded immediately $16,000 in company stock. That means when you hit Elite Agent, that amount of stock is going to be distributed into your stock account. Now, you also have an opportunity to earn $8,000 more on top of that if you give back or you teach monthly Zoom calls within our back-end system. So those are 2 big aspects of Real Brokerage that certainly is appealing to a lot of agents, meaning a low cap and still a huge opportunity to produce and sell a lot of homes and be given essentially all of your cap and then some back. So enough is enough. Let's jump into the new fees that Real Brokerage has announced. First things first, our sign-up fee has increased to $249. That's $249, a one-time fee for you to sign up and join Real Brokerage. Now, on top of that increased sign-up fee, we do have an increase in our annual fee. Our annual fee is not charged monthly, so we do not have any monthly costs. The cost for our annual fee is $250 out of your first 3 transactions. So that has increased to $750. Again, if you come in and you do 6 months at Real Brokerage and realize it's not for you, you're not even going to wind up paying anything in that unless you close a deal. So for instance, if you're a new agent, it takes you some time, like myself. It took me 5 months to complete my first transaction 5 or 6 years ago. I'm not paying a monthly fee and closing no deals. Those $250 out of your first 3 transactions, again, specifically only happen when those transactions close. Now, another one is a transaction fee. As of now, we do not have a transaction fee that is applied to every single transaction. Now, we don't also have E&O, we don't have a processing fee, we don't have a broker review fee. So essentially what they've done is they combined all 3 of those. So it's called a BEOP fee, a BEOP fee, which is going to basically cover broker review, E&O, and processing. Now, the total amount per transaction, and this happens on every single transaction you close, is going to be $30 per transaction. Now, the next fee that I'm going to discuss with you is a post-cap transaction fee. Now, that post-cap transaction fee essentially starts to occur once, yes, you cap. So once you cap, you're going to be paying $285 per transaction as a transaction fee. Now this is increased from $225, but it's actually a little bit of a double-edged sword. It's a little bit more as far as fees, but because it's an increase in fees, it actually helps you accumulate more fees to hit elite agent even faster. Now in this case, Real Brokerage actually helps out agents hit elite agent easier than where they were before. Before, if you were hitting $225 a transaction and you need to accumulate $6,000 in fees, you're looking at about 27 deals after you cap. Now though, because it's been increased to $285, you only need to do 21 deals. So if you barely missed elite agent and you're here at Real Brokerage, more than likely you're going to be able to hit it the next year because it's substantially easier, about 6 or 7 deals less because of the additional transaction fee amount. And the last fee is going to be your post-elite transaction fee, meaning you've capped, you hit that threshold of hitting elite agent, and now you just have your post-elite transaction fee, which instead of $100, it's going to be $129. So if we add all of this up to an individual such as myself that's doing about $25 million as a solo agent with some supporting staff, I'm looking to incur about additional $2,000 or $3,000 a year in additional expenses. Now, obviously that's not preferred, but I can tell you to be able to keep our company sustainable and profitable for the long term, it's a small amount of fees. It's going to keep me happy, allowing me to continue to grow my revenue share stream, allow myself to continue to sell homes, and still get that enormous amount of stock annually from the Elite program, but also the stock purchase program. So yes, guys, unfortunately, Real Brokerage had to adjust their fees. I joined at about 1,100 agents back in 2020. The fee structure could have been sustainable, but these additional fees that agents will incur still leave us with a very, very competitive edge against anyone in the industry as far as competition, and it still doesn't change any of the incentives that agents come and join Real Brokerage for, meaning we're talking the elite agent, the cap awards, the attraction stock awards, any of the revenue share that you may generate here, and on top of that, the $5,100 a year in stock purchase grants. Those are going to continue to happen and be given here at Real Brokerage. I appreciate all of your guys' support. Once again, if you are a licensed agent and you want to talk more about Real Brokerage, or maybe you're interested in getting into real estate, I've left my link tree down in the description below. You can schedule a one-on-one call for me, or just leave me a comment, and I'm pretty regular on being able to get back to any kind of comments or questions, regardless if it's Real Brokerage or on any of my other videos here on YouTube. Thanks again for watching, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. It really does help, and stay tuned for the next video.